don't teach underage way to make money. Don't teach underage how to make money.
My question is, what is the way forward?
Please, that's the way forward.
What is the difference between a politician and a Yahoo boy? Because the two of them are doing fraud. These lecturers, they are not being paid well, and now they push their frustration on the people, giving assignment that will be submitted with cash. School fee is high. Cost of accommodation, house rent, that's why we said very, very high. School fee, very, very high. Now, what do you think those people in school will be forced to do? Is it not forced into looking for money to do the necessary assignment and get good grades, even after knowing that after finishing the school, there is no job? Prove me wrong. How many people graduate every year? Where are those guys? Because I do not know this tax that is coming next year, where they want me to get the money to pay. When since I was born, I have not been supported by the government. There is no loan they gave me to boost my business. So how I'm surviving, eating, paying my rent, they do not know, but they want to tax me.
There's a portion that says godliness with contentment is itself great gain. Do you know that you can be godly, but you don't have contentment?
Yes.
You can be a good person, but contentment will ruin you.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. So I think everything that we are saying now is centered on contentment.
I'm trying to be contented with the little I have,
what is the way
and the government want to tax.
What do you mean? Which one?
They want to tax the little, and I will not be contented again.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's in Daniels once again, and we are right here back again to continue our session with much more real riches and spirit husband. And today we have a lot to unpack to you guys, and this has to be for our youth nowadays. A lot is going on. You see a lot of our youth making money in ways that are not really some of you would say when you are looking for money there is no right way to do it and there is no wrong way to do it. But let me bust your bubble. There's actually a wrong way to make money and there is a right way to do it. So we are going to talk about the effect of fraud in the lives of our youth today. And we have with me the three people that you all know, very beautiful people, very knowledgeable people who are going to help us, bend our society back to what it used to be before. Because this just came in like a tsunami and swept the whole youth. It's like everybody, both old and young, is trying to make money the wrong way. So we're gonna see how we're gonna, put it out in the society, the risk on how it is dangerous, how it is, affecting the society negatively.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, everybody, for having the same opportunity with you guys once again. I really miss Spirit Husband. My guy, man, good to see you once again. We want to the effects about making money the wrong way in the lives of our youth. Simply lies on. People start very young now to look for money. At a certain age, it's supposed to be 18 before you're supposed to be allowed to look for your greener pasture. You can in a normal way how it used to be. But in some extent now, let us talk about the fraud area. People in the areas of chairman and HK and all of that. People now take people that are not even done with secondary school to go and look for money. If you start looking for money when you are still in secondary school or when you are not out of secondary school, what will you use the money for? You will have the misuse of money. You will do things you're not supposed to do because you're a man with the money. Is already a man that is already made and you don't seek advice from anybody. So it don't sound very nice at all. People like please, people that are handling maybe on HK and whatever, don't introduce somebody that have not finished secondary school into your HK to make money. That's very wrong.
We've gotten to the point that parents actually say their kids HK.
That's what
they sponsor their way to that place. And in a situation like that, what do you have to say about it? Because it's not just those children's decision. It's like a parent waking up and telling this child, go and learn this trade.
Thank you very much. If you are a parent, okay, then you introduce your child that you want him to become something tomorrow and you train him to fraud earlier on to make money for you to say that you're all comfort zone. Why you were supposed to be the person to look for money, to train your child in a better way and you will never depart from it. Then you want to sit outside and you want your child to go and cater for you, a child that is not even up to 18 years old to cater for you. That means that's a shame to that kind of parent. You're failed as a parent. You're not even supposed to be allowed to walk freely. Anything that child, any consequence that child's passed through, you're supposed to be passed the same way or times two of what that child is facing in any law. Because you as a parent, you bring in a child and you cannot just coach that child maybe in areas of, when to get a child can look for money.
Exactly.
We know when a child can start looking for money, especially that's why our parents normally we're supposed to be the one to send ourselves to a higher institution then. But in a mature family, in a well-God-fearing family, you see the father will persuade the child, anyhow, what you want to do, you must go to school first and acquire knowledge. Exactly. From there, when you go to school and maybe you are out of university or maybe you are still in the university, you cannot do some other petty things if you don't have a hand that is sponsoring you.
So sorry everybody, we had to take a break because our media team actually advised that much more move to other part of the world since his black cloth was actually blending with the background. So let's continue. So much more, you were saying something.
All right. So as I was saying, in that areas of those parents are not supposed to be allowed to go scot-free because you are not qualified to bring in a child into this world. Because anything you have to bring in is something you have to monitor, you have something you have to nurture till that person becomes a full-grown man. You understand? So at the level of you as the parents taking a child to go and look for money for you when the child is still in secondary school, which dream is he chasing? Please, let me ask. Which kind of dream of the child that has not finished secondary school is chasing? When one this child at the end of the day maybe has the money he was looking for and all of that, there will be a lot of mistakes in his riches. There will be a lot of sins. Imagine a child that is not even up to 15 years going to look for money and the child is exposed into risky things like rituals and some other form to have money. Because normally you are acquiring this thing you're supposed to have when you're supposed to be at the level of 20, 21 or 22. You're acquiring it at the level of 15. So it's not nice, it's not advisable. So any parent that in your way around you feel maybe you have to be educated before you go advise yourself what you know what to do is a failure. As a parent, you're supposed to be having a guidance, personal guidance as a parent to give to your children. You cannot just bring your children and just leave them like that to be wayward. In that case, then the child is wayward. Even a child that does not have anybody, at least you have people around, people that advise, neighbors. So you cannot just allow your child to just go out and you want to learn him how to make money at the age of 15. What do you want to use the money do?
Do you blame these kids for looking for greener pasture that early? Because in the days of my parents, they went to school. After schooling, they got a job. At least the system was still working. Now we have people with master degree driving keke in the city of Akwa Ibom State. Do you understand? And now, going to school does not guarantee success. And that is why most people, instead of going to school, they chase the bag. Because in the society that we found ourselves, the bag speaks for you. And now if you look around them, the people without educational qualifications that actually went to commit these crimes for survival, they are doing well. And they even get to employ people with degree. Do you blame them? Or is it the society that has failed? So that tomorrow, someone that went to school, did all righteousness, and is back, is jobless and hungry. Do you beat a child and tell the child how to cry? Do you know what poverty can do? Hungry in the streets. Have you stayed and the system failed you? Are you not a graduate?
Well, I would love to say, even in the HK joint, you think it's easy. I've seen tons of videos. This guy's been flogged. They don't allow them to sleep. You are currently pressing your phone without. Nothing is easy. There is no easy way to make money. There is. My dad used to say that, the shortcut is always a wrong cut.
Yes, it's always a wrong cut, no matter how it is.
So I feel there are still, in as much as it's hard, in as much as the country has failed, it has not only failed you and me, it has failed every single person. You understand? It is not an excuse for us to, follow the wrong path. I think there are still other reasonable ways that we can also make money. I so much admire the Igbo people. Do you understand? So much admire what they do. You see somebody that have a very big business. You bring like 3-4 young boys. They will stay with him for years, grow up, and he's gonna establish them.
And they will learn that business, that particular business.
I'm telling you, bro.
That particular one the master did.
Yeah, they will do the same thing. That's how you expand. I think if we try to employ that kind of idea rather than do you know that in as much as Yahoo does not, or fraud doesn't really feel dangerous. It's the same thing as you saying, since the country has failed me, let me go and start doing kidnapping or robbery. It's just that one is at the peak of it. If they catch you, they will kill you. This one, they will just send you to jail.
That was
Do you understand? So it is not an excuse for that. What is bad is bad. All right, go ahead. Read much more.
The other way around, the since I was born, since all of us were being introduced into this world, there was no day that Nigeria was the best country. This lamentation of Nigeria not working has been something we've grown up with. To come and see. Even in our father time, they were still complaining the country was not good and all of that. But you know that none of us was raised with a silver spoon. They say, so was your father Abacha? Was your any of our lineage Delegiwa or on any other richer people around the society? Was not. But we're still being trained in this other way. For you to go to school does not mean as you are going to school you have a lot of sense. As you are going to school, maybe you are. Let me just say, you cannot look down on people that don't go to school, or it declares you a sensitive person. It's not. There is things school does. School play a vital role in our life, in our society. A school will help you to nurture you to respect, will nurture you to behave yourself, will nurture you to control funds, will nurture you to know the way you speak to people outside. That's what school does. So, okay, let me just ask for instance, all those people that are not acquired that knowledge of schooling, you understand now? Can you look into their day-to-day activities, their day-to-day lifestyle, how they behave and how they treat other people? No. The school is not the same for us to just go there and behave ourselves. We'll be able to control people in terms you are given a chance to live tomorrow. So the other way around, people now see the school like the school is waste of time, on the other way around, it's not a waste of time. The school is not a waste of time unless you don't know what you went there to go and do. I can see many people feel dumped down on academic sections, say school does not do this, does not bring food to the table. I understand the fact that the crisis we are facing in Nigeria, in African countries as a whole, that everybody are also facing it, right? But we cannot dispute that fact that school is not important. Schooling is very, very important. You could look for a job. A job was supposed to be looking for when you are done. That's when you get a nice job and you start there to plant your pots the way it should be, gradually. Most of us that we have a high taste of living when we don't have it, the capacity to achieve them.
Exactly.
You understand? So these are most of the things that teach us, that draw our youth, our smaller ones, into things that they're supposed to do. In a sense that they are looking for money, they want to better their life on time. Okay, can you just tell me if somebody that better his life, life, right from 15 years old and is still living up to 100 years old, you must face challenges. Well, that's all life is all about.
Yeah. So I have one question that I want to throw into this. Because I feel what really fuels the hunger for money sometimes it's not poverty. Sometimes it's greediness.
You want yourself to also be like some other person.
Exactly. Let me explain that. There are kids that come from a very well-to-do family. At least, let's say, if they are not well-to-do, they are not hungry, they are not begging for food, they are okay. Do you understand? But they'll see another child using probably this new iPhone 17 Pro Max. They want to have it. It's not that you can afford 3 square meals a day, but you just want to live that lifestyle. You want to go to Maldives, you want to go to Dubai, you want to do all those things. But you can't do it. Like you don't have the capacity to do it. I think that's what really fuels most of this lifestyle. So what do you think are real riches? Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody enjoys poverty. There is nobody that enjoys to lack something. So you can see it like competition somehow. But on the other hand, it actually helps people level up. Because if you don't have something that motivates you, the way I see things, I take it like motivation. I don't see it like competition. If I see another person do it, I believe I can do even better. At the same time, I don't take it as competition. That is why I take my time and I follow the process. If I see it as competition, I'll end up trying different options. You understand, to get there. But when you see it as a motivation, it will make you calm enough to actually have a rethink before you actually embark on any job. So that's just me.
Please, when we are talking about fraud, let's be clear. What is the difference between going to HK and maybe with your phone or laptop they scam someone online and assuming a political office and still doing the same thing? What is the difference between the two? Because if you check, when you made the comparison about someone from a wealthy home, let it not be that the child you are comparing me with is a politician's child. Because as far as I'm concerned, the politician is stealing. The Yahoo boys,
Heavily.
the politicians are stealing our resources. The Yahoo boys are stealing foreign resources. The two of them are thieves.
Offline and online.
Yes, but one of the category get to be harassed. The
weaker ones.
Yes,
Smaller
the younger ones.
The younger ones.
You understand? So, do not compare me with someone the father is grabbing lands. Do not compare me with someone the father is signing budget. They give the budget for the village and it ends up in his bank account. Do not compare me with someone that uses the state fund but is bragging about training the kids abroad. But my father, a primary school teacher, has not been paid by that same person. Do you understand? What is the difference between a politician and a Yahoo boy? Because the two of them are doing fraud. And one is glorified.
Alright, much more. I go first.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Let me just get it clear to you that the fact is that we are not against people trying to survive. We know things are very hard. We are not against. I remember the video was just study. They say it's a step-by-step story of nature. You understand? In life is the gradual stage. You must to match one before you match two. As somebody that don't have any connection, even though you have a connection, you have to match one. You match two to get into the better life. The fact is there is that these boys that are into this fraud, they are teenagers.
Most of them are senior men in the society.
You understand? You understand what I'm telling you? Most of these boys we are talking about now, they are teenagers. You should understand the meaning of teenager. Why other
They
people?
are very young, like
They are
13
very
years
young.
old.
You imagine how you be corrupt at that old.
I've
That
seen a
younger
boy
age.
like at 13 years old doing this.
Driving Benz.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, imagine how you are going to be corrupt at that level, at that age, as a
So imagine
teenager.
that boy now gets a
Going with
political opposition that you are talking about. If he sell the country now,
He continued what he was doing.
You understand now?
Smaller
And
scale.
me and you knows that the taste of money, when once you are testing 1 million, you understand, you are eager to test 2 million. You cannot just test 1 million or test 3 million. You know, you are eager to test 1,000 naira. It's not work that way. The test of money will bring you more money. You have more tests for more money. So for you to a child at that age to start now to have a money of that caliber at a teenager level, it will be disturbing. It will cause a lot of havoc. It's going to cause a lot of unnecessary ritualist performance and the other way around, which is affecting Nigeria today.
Do you know the funny thing? I don't really blame these people. Do you know why? How much is self-con in we? If we are fighting fraud, let's fight the landlords that are giving a self-con at 1 million. Knowing very well there is no civil servant that is earning 1 million in Uyo, because now then they push boys to go do these things. And a civil servant in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, pays self-con 1.3 million naira. We should look at who is giving out such houses. And that to pay house rent in Uyo, you must be doing something illegal, because you cannot be working in secretariat and paying that 1 million in self-con. Imagine having family. You have a wife and 2-3 kids.
I don't know if they are wearing clothes, oh.
2-3 bedroom is what you are looking at. How much is 2-3 bedroom in Uyo?
Nobody working in secretariat. He's living at shelter.
Exactly.
Their salary.
Now, do you know that
job chooses the location where they do?
Do you know that those people living in the secretariat will regret why they did not do fraud when they were younger? Because now look at where these boys are staying, these young boys are staying, the kind of cars they drive. The people doing the legitimate work cannot match up. They get humiliated. Landlord is on their neck, they are owing rent. So now, do you think a reasonable person understanding how this thing goes will still want to go legitimate, or will regret why he did not go astray?
Even business people, as we speak, there are people that open businesses and they don't want government people to come, because they know the prices they've kept for those things.
and not for government
Not for
people.
government. And my problem is, who are these car dealers that sell cars to underage? They buy it, drive it, crash it, kill themselves.
So are you telling me? Are you telling me if I'm selling car and someone comes to patronize me, I should not
car dealer
sell?
will see a 12-year-old boy come with money
Okay.
and demand for a jail.
What if that child is the son of a sitting senator?
Okay, let us do like this. Okay, let us
How do you know the guy
let
is
us pull the bull by the horns. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, for us to get things right now, for your own understanding, for us to get things right is for us to first of all, federal government is supposed to be given a maximum rent issues first, because that's where the major problem is coming from. Because you cannot build a house,
The inflation is too high.
you cannot build a house of safe content and you're keeping it at the rate of 1 million naira. And this is not in a rural area. You understand now? And you expect somebody, a younger person, to come and pay. Even a father cannot even pay that kind of money for the child that is schooling elsewhere. So what are you promoting indirectly? You are promoting illegality. Indirectly, even if you don't come and say it. So what they should do is that maybe the state government should be able to step into house rent issues, because this thing is causing a lot of issues. Imagine somebody that is earning maybe 150,000 naira a monthly. He has 2 children and he has a wife. You understand? And all these things, that all these people are also facing clothing, they're also feeding and transportation and all of that,
medical
school fee and
bills.
everything. So tell me what the 100,000 naira can just do for that family. It cannot. It cannot. And the level of, do you know where the problem really lies on? On the levels of landlord, rent play a major role in this conversation. Rent.
Yeah, exactly.
And people that are selling cars.
Exactly.
People that are selling cars for underage, they play a lot of role, because these people, some of them are not even going to driving schools. They just buy a car and they lane it the other way, the backyard where they will know it, and they drive it anyhow and kill people and cause havoc. So they drove without license because they have the money to go and build themselves. Because when they are being, these are most things the court should do. Yeah. They bring those people and they give them judgment, even though they spend even 1 month or 1 year in imprisonment, they will do, so that they will know that what they did is not a billable offense.
Exactly.
But now you see, they will do these things. At the end of the day, they will go to police station. They have the money with them, so they know that anyhow they go to station or whatever, they will still going to come back. Even they kill somebody and they still pay the family and still come out and feel there is nothing.
Can I say something? Can I say something? Okay, if you have parents that are retired in civil service, go and ask them how much their pension is.
Are they even getting it?
Then ask yourself if you will be proud to end it. Most times that the government, they encourage these things. Because I can't imagine my mom serving in civil service for years and she's retired and she is being paid 150,000 naira. For what? Now, a sitting senator that is not doing as much as this woman was doing in the health sector, saving lives day and night, and if she misses duty, she'll be sanctioned. Do you understand? How much does she bring back home? Is that encouraging for me?
It's not.
And now we've seen in this particular government now, they tout the uneducated ones are given political offices upon which they feed their family.
Do you know why the children are not having the best education the way they used to have? The people that are employed now, they are not qualified to be a teacher.
Exactly.
That's why in our primary school days, we don't go into secondary school. We went to primary school. Our primary school days, you see primary school can bring out children that can compete for quiz and otherwise. They will bring out people that can just express themselves in the public, and you will say, is this thing coming out from a primary school?
Nobody wants to
You understand now?
again
So now, schools now are now employing people that are not qualified for this job based on the smaller money that is inside.
Let me say something. If truly education is working, it should show in the life of your lecturers. But do you know that most students are living better than their lecturers?
And you know the effects.
Exactly.
And now,
after that.
Now, pay attention. Going to school now, from a poor background that you are struggling to raise people, they contribute money for the family, the sibling, to push one person to go and acquire education. And now these lecturers, they are not being paid well. And now they push their frustration on the people, giving assignment that will be submitted with cash. School fee is high. Cost of accommodation, house rent, that's why we said very, very high. School fee, very, very high. Now, what do you think those people in school will be forced to do? Is it not forced into looking for money to do the necessary assignment and get good grades, even after knowing that after finishing the school, there is no job? Prove me wrong. How many people graduate every year? Where are those guys? Now, don't you think out of frustration and disrespect meted on the poor men, they will be pushed into doing illegal things? Now, if the system was working, I didn't mean there is a system that can even give us that are into business loan to push our business, it will be better. Because I do not know this tax that is coming next year where they want me to get the money to pay. When since I was born, I have not been supported by the government. There is no loan they gave me to boost my business. So how I'm surviving, eating, paying my rent, they do not know, but they want to tax me.
You are going to pay rent for your spiritual wife. So
he said, my spiritual wives are staying in the house that I'm living.
You are going to pay rent for them. oh, if you don't mind, oh, you're going to pay a lot of rent for them. Oh.
He said
If you are getting
landlords.
Yeah.
Yes, he said something about landlords and rent. And if you want to look at it, my father has houses that he's renting out to people. You cannot blame those landlords at the end of the day. Cost of living still boils down to the same thing we're talking about. To
That's
do
the
a
problem.
POP in a self-con, how much is the cost
That's
of
the
doing
problem.
it currently?
How much is
There is nobody
Dangote?
that will do that.
How much is Dangote cement sold in
Check yourself
Nigeria?
first.
Those people outside are buying cheaper than we that have the factory that the cement is being produced here. That is as a result of corruption in this country. So if the people in the ruling class are corrupt, what do you think of the citizens? To survive?
Well, I would say, in as much as everything, we know that everything in Nigeria is full of corruption. In as much as the government are trying to hide everything, you know, they always want to hide everything, make it feel like everything is alright. But the truth is visible even to the blind and audible even to the deaf. We know that everywhere is corrupt. They are stealing money. Do they need to do rituals to steal money? They don't.
No.
Do they need to kill somebody to get money? No. Do they need to dupe somebody to get money? No. They are doing it at the comforts of their home with their pen, with their biro.
Authority.
But the process you are taking to do the fraud, all of it is going to bite you back in the
It's
nyash.
going to backfire you. You know, they know how you are going to promote it. It's going to backfire you. As a teenager,
There is no way you can make this
as a
look
teenager,
good.
that's why there are a lot of people that when they go into the fraud lifestyle, you know, at the end of the day, they will just acquire what they acquire and they move away. They establish themselves. You understand? If you say if this thing does not, the major problem this thing mostly causes, this fraud is being circulated to the teenagers.
We are not even talking about the effect of this on ladies, because most of the problem we have in our relationship life is because of the frustration.
Yes, you can see a young
Your
man.
girlfriend will not want to go and do hookup, but if she's hungry, my brother, her friend will force her to do it.
She will do it now.
And the day she's tired of trekking and she sees another man with a car.
And you know the worst part of it is that, do you know when I know that women lose value? They don't even look at themselves at a certain level. Do you know what? A woman will easily go and follow a secondary school, a boy that you have seen the boy grow. The boy will be spanking the boy will be spanking a bomb in the club. The boy will be spanking a bomb in the club, spraying that money. Shamelessly like her, she not even want to send or look even video or camera. She'll still go and post it.
Anything for
This is the child that you're a child that is supposed to be maybe your last born or maybe it's supposed to be your son.
At the end of the day, you don't blame them. You can't. That's the problem. At the end of the day, in as much as what they are doing is wrong, you don't blame them. It's the pressure. That's it. Every way is tight. But what we are saying now is not that we don't understand all these things. But what we are saying now is to not let the pressure of life, not the pressure of politicians, not the pressure of fraudsters force you.
What you cannot.
Do you know the craziest thing? I'm running my business legitimately. Earning my small 2,000, 3,000, and someone will come on social media to say a broke man does not deserve relationship. Are you not pushing me to do evil, to do fraud? I'll be this particular business where they give person millions to drive Benz, and you are telling me that it's working legitimately, trying my best not to do crime, that I'm a poor man, I don't deserve love. Are you not pushing me to do the crime? Does it make sense? Certain things need to be controlled. People are pushing a lot of narrative. Do you know that coming online and saying broke men do not deserve love will make even the people working in secretariat to change their mind to do fraud, to do illegal things?
The thing is like virus.
Do you know how it hits us?
The thing that's virus that spread.
Knowing very well that we cannot get
once
love.
the hunger touches you.
And guess what? Do you know that these same fraud boys, now then they steal our girlfriends? And if they do to you once, do to you the second time, if you don't get the fear of God in you,
also
change
do it.
mind. You will go to the fraud.
This is what I like to tell people. There are only 3 people. People talk about people spraying money in the club, doing all this. I told them there are only 3 people that you can see spray money or throw money around. 1, fraudsters. 2, politicians. 3, people that got a wolf money.
Yes.
That will soon go back to where they came
Exactly. That's the only category of people that you will see spray money in the club. You will not see a honest businessman spray money in the club.
You cannot do it.
You will not see a civil servant
Not possible.
do that.
You
How
cannot.
much will you pay?
Do you understand? So if you are, if a
cannot spray
woman,
your salary for
if somebody is
than 10
complaining with somebody that is spraying money in the club, that's what I'm saying. We should train our minds not to let whatever people say. You know, this is the reason why in the United States, if you are working as a government official, they control whatever asset you have. You cannot have a car more than the particular amount of cars.
That
You
is
are paying tax.
that is a
You are paying tax heavily on that car.
that is
Exactly.
a working system.
So that
You get the point.
You decide if you want to pay double tax by the number of cars you want to
Exactly.
buy.
Because if you have more cars now, it's not like you cannot afford to buy. If you have more cars now, you force somebody else
Go extra mile.
There
to
is-
go extra mile. to
over
do
there,
it.
there is
But
a limit.
our politicians cover luxury cars, SUVs with flat tires.
What did
That's
you
the
say?
problem that we have.
Now,
That's the problem. The system is not working.
Some for
In
them,
a-
they even own those
In a
cars.
working system, there is
But
a
they keep
limit of physical cash you can be in possession of. While in my dear country, you can be in possession of cash filled in 2 Ghana must go.
My friend said, where were these EFCC when our forefathers were being sold for slavery? You understand now? They were nowhere to be found. They could not do anything. Now, we boys don't collect them back. Now, EFCC now let me boys race. You should understand that as a Nigerian, as in a country that, you know, normally whether they work, the law work 50-50, irrespective of who you are in the country. You understand that? We should understand the fact that we cannot be given that full right to be parading yourself on fraudulent acts freely.
But
There's no
it's not
country.
just about
Excuse me.
Nigeria, though.
There's no. I know it's not about Nigeria. It's not be given that right. You understand that you have to be controllable so that you're able to sit where the government says sit. You know that when once they say sit here and you don't sit here, you are not a citizen of a particular country. You know, the country masses must complain. Citizens must complain. It's a normal thing to complain, but for our sake, for people that our children are going to bring into the world, you have to try to put things in order. One, greed used to cause a lot of things because people now just want their son to bring beds and come back. You understand now? But it's not as if to eat is their problem. And you see major things that outside people do. Some countries they are doing it. When once you are bringing a child, when once that child is certain age, you begin to pay that child. Is the money you begin to pay for that child, so that child will take care of his own upkeep. So the thing will not be a press for you as a parent.
Yeah.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah, you can say it.
The lands that are being sold in Uyo, who are their targets? Is it the civil servants or the Yahoo boys? To get a plot of land now in Uyo, how much is it? Can a civil servant afford such? A lot of factors contribute to what people do now to survive. Because you cannot tell me I don't deserve the right to own lands and property. Right? Meanwhile, the prices of these things, they not hijack them. To
Inflation everywhere.
to meet certain people's standard, meaning it's not for everybody. Now, are you telling me that someone working in civil service can afford land in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State? How? Where is this person earning? But now, it seems the agents, the firm, are actually working for this set of people. Because I don't understand why an agent living in a single room will be boasting, promoting a safe con for 1 million for me, meanwhile you are living in a single room. Who are their targets? The government needs to control this. This nonsense needs to stop. Because the way it's going, you work in your civil service, retire without acquiring a plot of land in Uyo.
Well,
Gone are the days that civil servants were able to save up, buy land and build houses.
Yes,
Now,
days. I remember.
how will these people survive that are doing their due diligence to keep the state running, yet they are not taken care of? I saw a video where, I will not mention the name, about a woman in my state said they are paying medical bills for a certain group of people. Are they paying the same money to the people sacrificing their time, their hour, working day and night? For instance, the police, are they being paid well? Those in the health sector, are they paid well? The bankers, life will pressure them to steal the little 32,000 naira in my account.
They will debit you from
They will debit me 50 times.
50 naira.
And before I know, I'll try to make a transaction and the money is deducted but not delivered. Where is the money? Because I am not BDM, I do not have BDM's number. I will not be hit and my money will not be reversed back. The system constantly keeps failing. How do we fix this and get ourselves out of this corruption so that people will face real life and stop going behind and doing crazy things just to earn a living? Because you cannot tell me you will beat me and you tell me how to cry. You understand? Now they are talking about taxing from next year?
Out
Is
of
it
nowhere.
from the small
Out of nowhere.
3,000 that I'm making they still want to tax? And don't you think they will force me into doing crazy things to survive? Because if they tax me from the little I'm earning, I will not be able to feed myself or take care of the ones that are looking up to me.
Yeah.
I will not be able to pay my house rent. Of course, I'm not making enough. So imagine being taxed on the little that I'm earning legitimately.
Finish off.
Do you understand? They are pushing us. They are pushing us.
Well, I used to think is the spirituality that's giving you money. Seriously, I don't know. Inside this spirituality, you're also making
Let me make a statement.
making visible business.
Let me make a statement. Let me make a statement. If you are saving God to make profit, you are a fraud.
Yes.
If you think Christianity
Characteristic
gives
of fraud.
money, everybody in the world, all poor people will be Christian so that God will give them money.
Yes.
God does not give you money because you are worshiping Him.
Yes.
It is not done. You need to go and hustle. If you do not hustle, you will deceive the people you are leading so that you can take care of your family. You understand? So being spiritual, being religious does not pay the bills.
You know, one thing about it is that I should just advise people that are earning and working or relying on salary work. That's why business is open. Business is open. It depends on the kind of business your mind bring to you, introduce to you. Businesses is very open.
Will you say that to people working 7 to 6 p.m. to still engage in business?
I'm coming. The fact that I'm saying business is open is that, you know, there's nothing we are going to say here that's going to make the country boost the salary maybe 100,000 to 200,000 or 300,000. You understand now? The only thing we are going to work out here and work it out, make it make sense to everybody is that we also have to rethink on how you spend your money, and you have to be involved in different areas just to survive legally. Because I can see now, if you want to rely on your salary work, my brother, I know just say you even feed cooking to me an egg for your house, trouble, or your children.
See, the point
So that's
is,
it.
the point is, so that we can wrap this up. The point is, I think everything is a ripple effect from the government, whatever is going on. Because I quite understand what Real Riches is saying. You don't expect the man that is, they used to sell Indomie before 15 naira.
Hungry man, if you afford hungry man.
That's true.
It's a ripple effect to what the government is doing. Because I cannot collect 100,000 in my house, and from that 100,000, it's the same way you are talking about your mom getting 150. How will the landlord have 100,000 in her house rent? So do you get the point? It's a ripple effect from what the government
Everybody's facing it.
Yeah.
The landlord faced it to build that house.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
as you're coming to rent it.
That's the same reason why the person that is selling tomato in the market has increased the price of his tomato. I feel everything runs back to the government, but in as much as the government have failed each and every one of us, I would want to implore us, not just us, but the old, the young, the youths, the youngest who have been, brought into these illegal businesses, to have a rethink. We can
Don't teach underage way to make money. Don't teach underage how to make money.
My question is, what is the way forward?
Please,
That's the way forward.
please. I have something to say.
No. Don't teach underage how to make money. And they tell you this is one of the only rules. They don't just teach underage.
Funny thing.
See what you do.
If I say underage, don't collect your girlfriend.
You don't even need teacher.
Can I say something?
Why go do that to that thing on you?
Because I do not understand why the government will give someone 50,000 naira to invest in a business.
Till empowerment.
Yes, that thing, made them stop up. Then they do one before.
That's a very big
I will just and buy it.
Empowerment. Is that 50,000 that the government gave to start up a business enough to pay NEPA bill? I am begging the government.
That money the government is giving to us, can they use that same money to establish themselves?
Please, I am begging the government. I am sad. I'm depressed. I'm going through a lot. They should give me a tangible amount of loan to invest and boost my business. I will pay back.
Part of the motherland.
Please. I don't have the strength to steal or do illegal. Please. Please. They should give me loan. Let me boost my business. And I'll pay back. I'll be glad to pay the tax. But anything outside that, you are trying to take my life. And it's not fair.
They
Waiting poor man do.
The more reason is that the government should just try and empower people that are mature. Forget about all this governmental empowerment until you are APC, until you are PDP, before they empower somebody.
I don't need
everybody are surviving. Everybody wants to survive. You understand now? Bring empowerment down to the grassroots. Empower young people, graduates, who are much. Empower people.
These are other problems. These are
empowering people. Do you know that sometimes this empowerment comes from up? Before you go reach your hand.
Let's just look for instance. Nigerian, each of the states in this country now, at least if they want to do the right thing, empowerment is going to touch everybody.
This state has good ambition.
Doorstep to doorstep.
The government have everybody's BVN.
I saw a news where the president said money has been distributed to a certain amount of people in the country. Please, did you receive the money? Because I don't see my own. And I'm very hungry. Like I said, I'm sad.
I did my backup like
I'm depressed.
You know, one thing about this thing is that when once you are being given opportunity, somebody that wants to come and save is very different for somebody who wants to come and be a name. You understand? When once you are given opportunity to save, it takes you and you alone to know that, okay, I want to save, I want to do the right thing. Not at the end of the day, we are here lamenting, talking about how people in government are not trying. Then who are the government? Individuals. You understand that? Are this government? Then at the same time, then you now, you are going to be given a chance in one area of your life where you are given a chance for you to save. Can you show a good governance by making it look as if you come to save?
Don't vote a Yahoo.
People who don't say everybody are looking for. See what I understand about black people. Black people are so concentrating on their own self. They are so selfish. They are so concentrated on their own self and their family alone. That's one thing about we blacks that makes us different from the white. We are so concentrated on our life alone and our family. That's where our consent lies on.
See,
you understand now? The fact is that see, once you are coming, you see Nelson Mandela. I would live to respect Nelson Mandela in some areas because he was given, when they recommended him to become a president, you understand now, he was given a year, like I think it was 5 years for him to save. Please, if I'm not right, somebody should correct me in the comment section. He was given like 5 years to save, and he saved 3 years and stepped down for another person to save. You understand now? Let me ask you one thing. That is a very different breed from an African man.
That is who the people wanted. What we have now is retired Yahoo boys, old takers, assuming the political office, and they continue. When we are talking about fraud, is it that we are criticizing the young people? What about the old takers that graduated into political offices and they are doing the same thing?
They are not going to live for one thing about God is that you are not living for eternity.
The land grabber is very old though. He's living forever. You are not living for eternity.
That's what I'm trying to say. I made a statement here. People are doing this thing in a way that it gives them no harm. Even the institution that's supposed to probe these people are not doing it because they have the power.
Yes.
You as a young person have a power.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
when you said they are not harming the people, that is very, very wrong. Because the money that was supposed to be invested into healthcare, they did not. That is why people are dying in the hospitals. Because there is no oxygen even in the hospital now. They diverted the money. Some man has taken the side chick for cruising.
How do you trace that money to him now? How does it affect him? It does not affect
people
him.
Are dying.
But it does not affect him. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, the same thing that the Yahoo boys are doing when they scam.
That's
and
the
there are
problem
consequences.
Now.
People end up dying because of that act. The political class, they are doing the same thing. People are dying in the country.
No, see the problem. That young boy now that did Yahoo Plus to come back and bite him in the nyash.
Yes, now to come back because it takes some money.
Most of them are given a few years to live.
When the money are not coming again, you want to go extra mile. You want to end this money or bigger than that. That's when you go into crime.
That they use their own parents.
The only thing I can say now is the government should look for a way to empower me so that I will not regret not doing these things when I was young.
I have a question. I said because he go later pay me.
Yes, he go later pay me. Say I'm doing my due diligence, but I'm not still meeting up to targets. And these boys that are doing illegal, they are oppressing me. Then they splash me water for this rainy season.
I swear.
Do you understand? Is that encouraging me?
So my brother, as you can see, it's not something we just try to. The only thing we're trying to say is that they are not condemning the fact of making money. You understand? But introducing the way of making money into it for a teenager to also start making money. At the end of the day, he's going to be introduced to more evil because what it does that brings him that money at the end of it, along the line, the thing is no more in existence. The thing is no more working. The person will be manipulated to do evil to gain this money. And when you test 1 million, you are destined to test 5 or 10 billion or so. So you cannot just test 20 million and you're just testing. You feel that you're supposed to test 200,000 again. So that's the way it is. That's the effect.
In the educational sector, it's like a question, an open question, anybody can answer. At what point with the current situation of the country, at what point do you advise a child is supposed to go to school and stop? Because it is level by level, from university to NYSC to masters, all those things.
Oh, the extra, okay.
Some people even regretted doing PhD.
Life cannot satisfy everybody at the same time. You understand now?
You cannot blame these kids.
No, see what I'm blaming them. No, do you know why I blame them? I will blame their parents. I will blame their parents. Not blame
You
them.
cannot blame the parents.
No, do you know why I will blame their parents? Do you know why I said I will blame their parents? Is that even when we are being nurtured to become a man, you understand now? Our parents were not rich. We still have rich boys as a classmate. We still have rich uncles. You understand? We see every day with their cars. We're not complaining. We're just busy in that the future holds it all. We believe on the future. We believe on what will be tomorrow. We think you know what? We think that maybe when we are there, you understand now? I know we are going to achieve everything we've lost. We think we've lost at the starting point. That's why Tupac said, "I'm going to see you when you get there." You know, as if all of us must get there together. You understand that there must be a step in your life that will introduce you to that place. And at the end of the day, you might go there. At the end of the day, you are not being rich. At the end of the day, and you lost your life along the line because it's not how you're spending it and how you are living. The fact is that we introducing how to make money into to teenagers is causing a lot of problem in the society because once they get into this level and this money is not increasing again, they will go extra mile for this money. That's where my point lies.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Now, like I said, watching my mom save, at the end, she is earning 150,000 is not encouraging for me to take that path.
Civil service 35 years now.
Yes.
Or 40 years.
And now, do you know what is pushing these kids? Because when they look at their hardworking parents, there is nothing to show for. And now these kids are conscious enough not to make the mistake the parent makes so that they will not end in misery.
The school you are sending your kids to, lecturers are taxing them.
Do you know that I saw
On their way to the school, police is harassing them, taxing them. Relationship-wise, girlfriends still putting pressure.
That's why I say.
now? Can I make this
they are
statement?
going to.
Do you know that if you are arrested, do you know that if you are arrested and you do not have the
Go to
money
Diamond Show now.
to pay the police officer to gain your freedom, you are in trouble. So now everybody wants to make a difference from what their parents were doing. They understand that the system is failing. It's no longer go to school, get a job, start a family.
That is why I asked that question. At what point do you advise
Well,
Okay, child
a child to stop schooling?
you know what? The point
Or should
I-
just keep going to school?
The one point is advisable and it's normal, for a child to acquire knowledge of higher institution to a certain level is the university. Maybe you are in the polytechnic, and now maybe you're applying a diploma, or national diploma, and all of that. From there, that's where their journey started. Looking for money, looking for how to survive. So if you failed, you still want to further, depending on maybe what you read and what your ambition of what you want to become is a personal decision.
I think
we still-
I think it's totally personal from the beginning.
Yes.
I cannot say you must go to university before you can certify yourself to. I think there are people who haven't gone to school and they are still making money. School is not supposed to teach you how to make money. I think school is supposed to teach you morals.
Yes, morals.
I was in the bank one time. A businessman working. I was in a bulk room. Bank, you have the normal cashier,
procedure.
then you have the bulk room. I was in their bulk room. The man came in with a bag full of money. So I don't know what he wanted. Okay, he was asked to write. He couldn't write. He couldn't write nothing. He now asked one boy to help him write.
I've done this.
That is when I understood the importance of education.
It gives you personal confidence.
I'm telling you, it's not education enough for you to make money.
It's not for you to make money. It will give you personal confidence.
It's because it's for when they tell
when
you.
I have bills to pay. That
No.
man that made that money will be able to pay his bills.
you left-
But you with your education, a man that has money will ask you for help and you go right for him.
With my money, I can always pay somebody to write for me. The man that cannot write has lesser pressure on his head because he has the money. The boy that can write, even as he's writing, pressure on his head.
Maybe that man.
Landlord, they tell and say, if I see you come back this compound.
You didn't work on your pressure. Let me tell you one thing. As a human being, especially we Africans, we are born to face pressures, whether you are rich or not. There's
Everybody in the world
No,
is facing
yes. Let me ask you.
Not just
When once you are, whether you are rich or not, the fact the amount of pressure is that you will not be controlled. You don't allow your pressure to have power over you as a man. That's why we are very different. You see, women normally they are all their pressure to control them. It's basics for them. You understand? But women, we have faced a lot of pressure right from the way we are giving birth, bringing us to the world. We have faced a lot of pressure going to school, playing around the playground, going to play football with your friends. We have seen a lot of pressure in every areas of life. You understand? As a man, whether your father is rich or not, the fact is that it's for you to handle your own pressure to become something that is going to save you tomorrow. Because I know when you are making, see, one thing people don't know, when you are busy now looking for all the money, you want to survive, you want to give you everything, have you also put your health into consideration? Because this is something that will also help you to live longer.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is wealth and this is education. Which one will you choose?
This is what?
Wealth and education.
I will choose education because it's not late for me to acquire. After education, I'll acquire.
I will show you that professors are not rich.
But no.
Even though when you make your money, you understand now, you still need it. That's
Exactly.
why sometimes in my school days, I have my classmate, the daughter was my classmate, and with the father, we're in the same class. You understand now? Then this man don't want to acquire this education for him to use and go and do for work. You understand now? He wants to acquire this education for knowledge and shaping sake.
For me, I would choose well. That's number one. But do you know what money does to you? I'm trying to explain. Do you know why I would choose well? Because even if I have money now, I love to learn. But do you know what money does to an ordinary man? It makes you feel like
You
you've
have
achieved
arrived.
everything.
You do not want to learn.
You will not want to learn
learn.
again.
You skip that learning part.
That is why he keeps saying that you should not introduce money to teenagers. Because when you do that, it makes them feel like they don't need your advice anymore. But a child needs advice to grow.
Yes, guidelines.
That's why you have a child that will remove gun and shoot you to death. Because he's not advised. He does not. Nobody is advising him. He feels he doesn't need your advice to do anything. He has the money.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Do you know with money I can acquire education?
And when you have the education and you don't have money, why?
No.
Where will you get the money to acquire this education? Because school fees are expensive.
Do you know why I'm telling you this? See what I'm telling you that because people are listening to us. See, education will mobilize you, will introduce you, will give you that readiness to make money. And when you are making this money, will give you the fact to control the money.
It is still individual difference.
Do you know? Do you know why I'm telling you? Do you know why I'm telling you? Then these people that have paid money to acquire this education at the grade of examination, maybe they pay somebody else to maybe to represent them. When they still get there, they will still fail in that area because they did not practice it.
Like I said, it is a personal decision. If you are done with your school, like your primary 6, and like I said, I talked about the Igbo people. I say, come and stay with me. Most of the children, you see them, they are very young. I know of the one that was very, very, very young. See the child, stay there until he grows up to become an adult. So if you have someone like that, I say, okay, come and stay with me. You can go and stay with the person. You are still under somebody who will train you.
It's still under parental care.
Exactly. Okay, if you have somebody that will sponsor you to university level. You have somebody that will sponsor you to ND. And you don't have the money. Okay, you are telling me this. If you want to go to university and you don't have money, will you not stop?
You stop them.
That's what I am saying.
Stop.
So it's a personal thing. If you have the money and you feel you want to do your PhD, go ahead and do it.
Let me add to that. And level of the state, you want somebody to advise somebody to stop education and look for money. At least when once somebody has finished with secondary level of education, you are entitled to live any life. Look, pursue your dreams. Do you know why in your area, maybe at the areas of handwork, furnitures or whatever you may think is handwork, and the other way around, some other people might further from there. You understand now? But that education is not running from you. You have acquired the basics primary education. It's very, very important. You understand that? Because in case you need a customer, you cannot develop any business that you not need somebody to come and patronize you. You need somebody to interact with. In terms of interactions
So
with customers. Yes, in terms of interaction with customers and your
and this is another thing. Whether you go to school or not, there's only one way to make money. Through people, your relationship with people.
Yes.
The people you meet, the connection that you make.
Yes.
If you don't go to school and you are a street boy, you will still make connection.
Yes.
But it's going to be street connection.
Yes.
Connection.
It's street connect. It can give you money. It can ruin your life.
Yes.
It's a 50-50 thing.
Yes.
But same thing in school. School will give you the connection of people. Do you know that Udom was somebody's classmate?
Yes.
Do you know that Umoino was somebody's classmate?
Yes.
Do you know that Babi was somebody's classmate?
Yes.
That's what university does to you. You have a chance to be close to people, establish a relationship with them.
Yes. When the person
Not that you know from
when the person at the top now, you want to go and establish
You want
the
to
relationship that
establish
you were informing for.
Yeah, okay, even if it's in the street, you have Kapun in the street that takes over the environment.
Yes.
You know him, he knows you, but you are not his friend. If you enter problem, will he come and help you? No. But the amount of effort that you put into his close number one guy is different from the effort that is going to put into saving you from trouble.
Yes.
That's the same thing we are talking about here. Me and this guy, we have been friends since nursery school. We went to the same nursery school, went to the same secondary school. We are still close now. Do you know that tomorrow they call this guy to become governor? Will he? And I call him say, Alpha, spirit husband, Alpha, waiting, I need it from. What he will not give me?
He will.
Because we have established.
And him to even use to set in cabinet.
Because we have established that bond.
Flush the last one.
Yeah. So what education does to you is that it gives you the potential to make good quality relationship with people that can become something tomorrow.
But
If you are not to,
yes, I get
The street also does the same thing. Like we are saying now.
But you not compare.
There are people in the street that will become drug lords.
yes,
There are people in the street that will become big Yahoo boys.
yes,
People in the street that will run big time clubs.
Yes.
let me
Do you understand?
Let me show
because that is a street life.
let-
If you are lucky enough to not be a best friend to the street boy that police is going to carry tomorrow.
you think
Like I said before, everything is 50-50. What determines if you make it is you.
you. It's you.
Do you understand? What determines if you make it is
It's
you.
you. It's
That is why we are trying to save you in the first place, because whatever you do is going to backfire
Yes.
to steal you. Do you understand now? That's why we are saying all this, because it's not like we are trying to stop you from making money from here or here. For example, now, if me, I'm not close to this guy, tomorrow now I have problem, and you told me once that one of our classmates called you and asked you for money, and you say, you're like, why did this guy call me? Do you understand? That's because you don't chill with him. You don't talk to him. He didn't establish a bond with you. Do you understand? You don't know him.
Yes.
That's what education does to you. In the street, you are just, establishing bond with people you have already seen in the street. But education is a combination of people from different places.
Yes. Different mindset.
You might get to meet the son of a
Different
minister.
tribe.
You might get to meet the son of the president. You might get to meet, not be the president, but presidents are not the scholar.
Free stance here.
Yeah, right. You might get to be the son of a commissioner. Somebody might not be a commissioner now, but maybe in the next 5 years, he's going to be a commissioner tomorrow.
Do you know what will become of you tomorrow? You know what will become of you?
That's what I am saying. So the bond,
This is the same you today.
yeah.
Complaining that things are not moving well. You understand now? So I'm just challenging you that if this same you acquire to that excellence that you want, you understand now?
Everybody find ways.
See what you're going to do as somebody that has that mindset of saving. You know,
education.
you have to make it look as if you want to change things in your own realm, because when one see what you do will speak for you when you are gone. Illiteracy is lack of exposure. Lack of what you don't understand. That is illiteracy. So people feel illiteracy is when you go to your institution, before you don't go, you are no more illiterate. You understand now? You know why I used to tell people, for you to go to your institution does not mean that you know how to talk to people, that you know how to handle issues. It is something that you've been trained from your house. That's why I used to say. That's why I used to say that our first teacher is our parents. I made it clear in our last listening. Our first teacher is our parent, because it's through what they teach you at home first that is going to make you to become what you're supposed to be tomorrow. Have the fear of what you're supposed to have fear of. So everything of you, when people go to school, and those people that went to school, they have only knowledge. The people that don't go to school, they don't have any knowledge. It's a lie. That's why people that you think they are not better than you, they will make more money than you, because you are looking down on them.
The truth is, we do not have to look at what other persons have. We should learn to be content with whatever we have. There is no law that says you need to observe what somebody else have for you to measure what you are going to have. That's why I love the Bible so much. There's a portion that says godliness with contentment is itself great gain. Do you know that you can be godly but you don't have contentment?
Yes.
You can be a good person but contentment will ruin you.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. So I think everything that we are saying now is centered on contentment. if we are content with what we have, what we can get, what our hands can reach,
At the moment.
at the moment.
But do you know what they said? The little I have has finished.
And my problem is I'm trying to be contented.
I was contented, but the little I had.
I'm trying to be contented with the
So
little I have.
what is the way
and the
forward?
government want to tax.
kill me? Which one
They
is
want to
tax
tax the little, and I will not be contented again.
It's a temptation.
When all this thing falls on the society and people have to go extra miles into ways like stealing and robbing people, they don't rob these government people. They rob people that still struggle their way up to the top.
The truth is, like I said before, these people has a way of getting away from whatever they are doing. That's why we are advising each and every one of ourselves, to be of our best behavior. Because in as much as we are trying to make a living, trying to navigate or circumvent the crazy, government policies and everything, how they have failed us and everything, it's actually going to bounce back at us. It's not going to affect them. They have a way of getting through it. All right, so we have come to the end of this session. Probably we're going to have another one with much more spirit husband and real riches. So thank you very much for watching, and peace out for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as we're going to be bringing you exciting content and advise you in this crazy world. Thank you, and peace out once again.